So next I want to talk about, we talked about, how to say it, how to network. Now I want to talk about when to share contact info. When you meet somebody, what contact information do you give them? Do you give them your email, your Instagram, your phone number? What do you give out? Email? And I mean in a professional way, not somebody you like in the hallway, but when you meet somebody, what contact information do you give out? Business card? That's awesome. You got a business card today? Okay.
I give my business card or my number.
You give your business card or your number? Okay.
Or my hair page.
Okay. Your hair page. Yeah, you definitely want to share that. When you're networking, you have to know in certain settings, networking is going to look different. So, for example, in a room like this, and with being here today, you're going to be networking with serious individuals, professionals. Most likely, you're going to be handing out your email. Don't give them your Instagram. Don't meet somebody today that works here at the TMC and you give them your Instagram. Hey, follow me on Instagram. No, you give them your actual email. When you get a LinkedIn, then you share your LinkedIn in the professional setting. So you have to know when to share contact info and when it's appropriate. If you're meeting somebody and that's a potential client, like the young lady over here, she does hair. When she's out and about and she's telling people about what she do, she can share a hair page because that could be a new client. So you have to learn how to read the room and know what information to share. So when I go in certain settings, I know I can give out my email and my LinkedIn. But if I'm in a more casual setting and I'm around people my age and we're just having conversations, maybe I can share my Instagram. But when I'm doing business, I never share my Instagram. If you find me on Instagram, then that's cool. That's on you. But for the most part, it's always going to be LinkedIn and my email. That's how I get business done. So you got to practice those things and being a professional. All right. If you don't have an active email today, I want you to go home, activate one, and you have a professional email and have it have your name. Right. If your name is Sally Jones, sallyjones@gmail.com, not lilsally49@yahoo.com. I don't want to see that on the application. Be a professional at all times. If you had an email from 10 years ago and it has your nickname, your mama call you Boo Boo and it's booboo49@gmail, you go home and you create a whole new email. Practice the little things when it comes down to being a professional. All right. So when to share contact info, ask, can I stay in touch? When you share that contact information with somebody, say, hey, can I stay in touch? Can I schedule a follow-up? Can I talk to you? That's how you get things done. If you guys are interviewing for a job, you always ask for the contact information at the end of the at the end of the interview. And then within 24 hours, you make sure you send a follow-up to that person that interviewed you. Even if it's at Jack in the Box or McDonald's, if you're just getting a part-time job, you get that person's email and you do a follow-up email within 24 to 48 hours. Those are the little things that you do when it comes down to networking. Follow-ups are extremely, extremely important, which is why I said I want you guys to, if you don't already have it, go and get a professional email or a LinkedIn. So IG only if professional. How many of you guys have a Instagram page and it's more of a personal page versus your business page? Okay. How many of y'all actually have a business page? What's on the business page? I will hope so. It's your business? Okay, I will hope so. When I see our young people and they have a business page and it's nothing but some stuff that don't have nothing to do with the business, it's hard for me to be a client. It's hard for me to purchase from you because you don't know how to separate the person from the business. It's all unprofessional. All right, so these are the little things that you have to do when it comes to networking. When you guys go home and create a LinkedIn, when you're posting content on LinkedIn, professional content. It shouldn't be that, oh, I just got my hair done this weekend on LinkedIn. No, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's TikTok. Understand platform. Each platform has its own purpose, and each platform has a different audience. My Instagram audience is way different than my LinkedIn audience, so I have to know what type of content to post. We live in the world today where content creating is everything, and you can be a very successful content creator, and sometimes your content can actually kill your brand and kill your identity and kill your business if you don't know how to be a professional and network on it. I met a young man a couple months ago. He told me he was a barber. And so I was like, okay, send me your Instagram. Let me check it out. Now, I support every kid that I come across, but I wasn't going to get my haircut by him. But I said, hey, send me your page. He sent me his page. And on his haircut page, it's him rapping. Every video is he rapping in the studio. So I said, dude, do you cut hair or you rap? He's like, nah, man, I'm about to be a barber. It ain't about to be. You're either going to be a barber or a rapper, or you have to change your page up. So it was very misleading because what if I really needed a haircut and I wanted him to be my barber, but I go on his page, he rapping the whole time, right? Those are the little things that when it comes to networking and social networking that we miss out on. You miss out on a lot of opportunities if you don't have your stuff together. And you guys are innovative, you're smart, you have the whole world ahead of you. But if you don't do the little things to protect the brand and protect the business, you will lose out on money before you can even make it. You will kill your brand before your brand can even take off. Just be very mindful of that when you're putting out stuff. As I said earlier, you want to follow up within 48 hours to stay on top of their radar. If you meet somebody today that you had a really good conversation with, you got their email, make sure you follow up by Friday. Hey, my name is Sally. I saw you at the HISD TMC event. I want to stay in network with you. Send that follow up no later than Friday. Keep it at the top of people's mind, right? Those are the little things that you want to do to separate yourself. A key stat here is only 25% of students ever follow up after meeting a mentor. 25%, that's a low number. But I want you to be that person who does follow up. I got to be the person I am today, mainly off of consistency, just going out there, just doing things, but follow-ups. Because professionals get busy. Y'all get busy. I got 100-something emails coming in daily. I don't have time to check every single email. And then your email may come through and I may miss it. But if you follow up and you stay at the top of that person's mind, that's how you get things done. I never forget, I was working on a contract with the school district. And I was working with a very high-up person, and I knew she was busy. She didn't have time to sit down and email me. So I waited 3 weeks, and I emailed her. I said, hey, I'm just following up. She never responded, but she just sent the invoice. She never responded. She just sent the invoice. And that's because I did a follow-up. And that was a $10,000 invoice. Now, imagine if I don't send her the email within 3 weeks. I don't get that $10,000 contract. That's $10,000 gone down the drain. The follow-ups is everything. Don't just meet a person and just meet them and you never talk to that person ever again. Follow up with people because you never know exactly when you're going to need that person or when they're going to need you, all right? So making a last impression. First impressions are everything. But we live in a world today, if that first impression is terrible, that's going to stay in that person's mind for the rest of their life. How many of you had some bad food in your life? You went somewhere, the food was trash. It was just absolutely terrible. And you said, I'm never going back there. All right? I do that all the time. Some bad food, they would never see me again. But think about it like this. What if they had the wrong chef in the back that day? They had the wrong cook in the back that day and the food didn't come out right. But they ultimately have some good food on other days. But that first impression was so bad, you're not going to return back to that restaurant. That's the same thing when it comes to networking. Let's say I meet you somewhere and you walk up to me and say, hey, Mr. Sanders, my name is Lil Sally and I sell plates. I'm going to look at you like, what? Your name is what? And it's going to throw me off, and I may not necessarily want to support you. But if you approach me, hey, Mr. Sanders, my name is Sally. I am a young chef, and I sell pasta plates on the weekends. I sell $20 plates. I might say, hey, okay, I want to buy 2 or 3 plates. It's all about that approach and that first impression. You don't have a lot of time to make a first impression on somebody. How many times you walked in the hallway and you see somebody and you quickly judge that person based off of what you see? We all do that. Y'all don't want to be honest, but I know we all do that. And sometimes I do it, whether it's good or bad. But that first impression is everything. Make a really strong impression on somebody. Make that person remember you. Make that person remember you and make that person feel good.